The ashes are waiting for their final resting place, something the family says will happen after an arrest. The McCuddin family has waited 6 years, and police say they are very close.
All they need is a witness to come forward and to help turn the cold case into a conviction. Channel 13's Aaron Brolbeck has the story.
Becky McCuddin's life turned around in a fraction of a second, in the time it takes to pull a trigger. The doting grandmother, looking forward to retirement, was thrust into the role of mom again after her 23-year-old daughter was murdered in Fort Dodge, leaving behind 2 children. McCuddin still remembers it like it was yesterday. The late-night call, word that her daughter had been shot, and the news from the doctors.
And then they came back and with pictures of certain scars and markings at least I had for me to identify her with, and then they said that she didn't make it, so, it's like all a blur from there.
Lisa McCuddin was on her way to breakfast with a friend October 2nd, 2004, when a car pulled up to the one that she was in, and someone opened fire, hitting Lisa, killing her almost instantly.
It's really hard to think about that, to know full well that, they took a loving mom away, a loving daughter. She never got to hear her son say, "I love you, Mommy." She never got to see him take his first steps. She never got to enroll him in school. She never got to see her daughter go to kindergarten or do their first program or, all of that. They took all of that away from her.
Police believe Lisa's shooting was retaliation for an assault earlier in the night. Lisa was not involved, but the driver of the car she was in may have witnessed the attack. Lisa's murder, it seems, was just a case of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Fort Dodge police had a pretty good idea of who the trigger man was, but they didn't have enough evidence to arrest him. Then, a break in the case. Years after the murder, police found this burned-out car, the same car that was used in the shooting.
We had cooperating individuals that gave us information, led us to the discovery and recovery of this vehicle that we not only believe was used in the killing of Lisa McCuddin, but we also believe steps were taken to prevent law enforcement from identifying the car and who it belonged to.
The car, a 1991 Park Avenue, looked similar to this car before it was burned up. So if police know who the killer is and have this evidence, why hasn't there been an arrest?
Yeah, that's a good question. There's different levels of proof and evidence. We believe we have probable cause that would lead us to identify the people involved, but we're not going to make an arrest until we have the evidence that we are confident will prove beyond a reasonable doubt that these are the individuals.
This is, crime that happened in 2004. We had a young mother here with 2 children. Those children do not have their mother today because of gunshots that came out of this vehicle into the vehicle she was in.
Lisa's son, 6-year-old Trez, doesn't remember his mom. He was just an infant when she died. Her daughter, 10-year-old Marcasia, uses pictures of her mother to remember her.
They kind of take me back in time to see those times that they were talking and see the happy times.
Sometimes Marcasia has nightmares that the man who killed her mother is coming for her. Other times, she fantasizes about what it would be like to have her mother back.
And I bet that if she were here right now, she would be happy with us, and she'd just be happy that she's alive and we're here.
Police say they're close to making an arrest. The only piece of the puzzle that's missing is someone willing to come forward to identify the killer. Marcasia hopes that soon. The family keeps Lisa's ashes on a shelf in the house. They won't bury them until Lisa's killer is caught.
The people that killed her should be arrested before she is buried because she should be able to rest in peace and not have to worry about it a thing.
Aaron Brolbeck reporting. Now, if you have any information that might help, police would like to hear from you. Call the Fort Dodge Police Department at the number on your screen. It's area code 515-573-1426.